Hi everyone, welcome to another Warhammer 3 update video where today we're going to be talking about the Siege Proving Grounds post by CA. And honestly, it's actually really exciting stuff that gives me hope. Might be copium talking, but it gives me hope. Uh, so pretty much what they're saying is the Siege rework beta is on its way to Steam very soon. The round of testing will be from 24th of July to the 7th of August. They'll post all the info you need when the beta is live. Uh, they'll be also hosting a live stream on the Total War Twitch channel on Thursday the 17th. But yeah, pretty much CA Sophia is doing all the work again. Like, I gotta give the team props. Like, they took over a game that has spaghetti code, and honestly, they're doing a pretty good job of fixing all the problems that were in the game since Warhammer 1. And the very first thing, which is probably the most important thing, is the removal of pocket ladders, otherwise known as butt ladders or ass ladders, or I don't know if there's any other names the community gives it, but it's pretty much all infantry units can basically just summon a ladder out of thin air and scale walls. It defeats the purpose of having pretty much walled settlements and siege battles because they don't do anything. Uh, but yep, basically they're gonna try to remove it for most infantry units. Uh, in improving grounds, that's not gonna be the case. That's not gonna be the case for the players in the AI course. We'll need to rely on different tactics to overcome the defenses of fortified settlements. So that's pretty much like the big thing they're gonna be testing. Uh, there are pretty much two reasons why they want to do this fundamental change: gameplay and immersion. Total War strives to depict battles in a realistic way. That's also include Warhammer 3. All projectiles are physically simulated. Shields are providing protection only from the front. Types of hit reactions are based on a relation between the attack force of the attacker and the mass of the defender. Uh, kind of so on and so forth. Uh, Pretty much, it's just gonna change how you play in a hopefully how you play in a siege or defending or attacking. Uh, I'm really hoping they kind of fix the AI because the AI just rushes in all sides anyway, so the walls literally don't do anything. Uh, Pretty much, and we're also doing a siege equipment rebalance as well. The removal of the pocket ladders requires a ton of auto changes to make sure the game functions. Without them, the siege equipment availability has been rebalanced, and players will not be able to field more siege towers and battering rams in siege battles. Yeah, to compensate for the lack of the ladders. Okay, I must have skipped a line. Stats like speed and durability of the equipment has also been changed to make them more effective at their intended functions. In addition, we are changing the way siege attrition works, turning it into a linear progression, making it stronger, which with each consecutive turn, summit remains under siege. So pretty much what it's saying, for the current system we have right now is I think it's about 10% losses each turn. That could be increased or decreased with variations, of course, with certain buildings or certain characters. Now it's going to slowly ramp up, so pretty much it's going to be like, let's say 5% for the first turn, next turn might be 10%, next turn might be 15%, so on and so forth. I don't know if that means we're going to have faster attrition rates or if it's just going to be like still like same 10 turns. It's just on like the final turn you're gonna lose a lot kind of thing. I don't know. uh Players will now need less manpower to construct siege equipment, which means it'll be more readily available when sieging settlements. On the other hand, settlements are going to be a tad less susceptible to siege attrition in early stages. Yeah, so pretty much make it a little slower. Defensive adjustments: we adjust the stats of defensive towers and gates. Towers will now be slightly deadlier, will have a shorter range, while the gates will be more durable when it comes to attacks from regular and some monstrous infantry, but less so against battering rams. So it's going to kind of make battering rams hopefully have a place again. I still use some personally, but most of the time you really don't need them. Towers currently feel quite annoying for the attacker when they start shooting immediately after deployment, leaving no maneuvers or executing strategic attack plans, while the gates feel like they just kind of get breached instantly. Yeah, I kind of agree. The towers have a little bit too much range, but it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of some maps you really can't maneuver around said towers. But I mean, I'd rather them be more deadly at closer range than have the extended range. Uh, Pretty much, yeah, just being a maneuver. Battle AI improvements. Uh, they you know they're openly admitting, we can't just remove pocket ladders without teaching the AI how to play without them. So for these proving grounds, they have fixed over 50 issues related to how the battle AI plays or reacts to certain situations, both on attacking and defending in sieges. Some of those are not completely related to pocket ladders, and these changes will be present even if the pocket ladders are turned on from the options menu. Which I think that's the line I skipped, right? Uh, I don't know. Oh, yep. Oops, that's where I skipped. You can always turn on pocket ladders or turn them off in the options menu. I might skip that. Whoopsies. So yeah, you can actually turn off pocket ladders if you want to. Yep, just I kind of forgot to say that. Whoopsies. Battle AI has always been tricky to get right, but that is the most obvious in siege battles that we are trying to make it play better and react to players' actions in a more realistic way. We're not saying that we have fixed the battle AI, but hopefully with these improvements, it'll behave a lot more convincingly and offer a more interesting challenge. Yeah, that's why I like Sophia. They're openly admitting that we're not improving or we're not fixing the battle AI. We're making it better. Where before they were always saying we made the AI better or we fixed the AI battles. Not really. These changes will offer less weird behavior from the battle AI during sieges and allow it to be able to play the game without the use of pocket ladders. Hopefully, I hate getting swarmed to all sides of a siege and you just can't defend it because you can't out micromanage the AI, and it kind of sucks, especially with crappy garrisons. Siege map improvements. With this update, we are starting initiative of reworking old siege maps to make them play and feel better. For now, we have done only 3. One for Skaven, Empire, and Orcs, but there will be more soon to come in the future after getting your feedback on them. Siege maps can also feel a little cramped with little space to maneuver both inside and outside summits. With our reworks, we're hoping to open up the maps a bit more, maps a bit allowing more approaches. Why is that so hard for me to say? To the victory points as well as wider spaces for larger forces to engage in. Hopefully that'll make actual cav useful. You notice with a lot of garrisons, you get 1 to 3 cav units, and they don't really serve a purpose. I mean, you can't really sneak them outside because the AI likes to swarm the walls at the same time, so you really can't sally out. I've done that in the past, and I get my cav locked out immediately because I can't hold the walls and the gatehouse for very long. Pretty much what they're currently working on as well. Everything we have listed here is just the first few steps for us to get sieges where we want them to be, and we are looking at this as a long-lasting effort to improve the game. In the future, we have a wish list of possible options to explore, such as introducing ladders as a new constructible siege equipment, rebalancing the way garrisons work and what units are available to them for all factions, changing the building of towers or barricaded works, as well as more battle AI and pathfinding upgrades. That's a big problem right now. Last but not least, we understand that sometimes a lot of us just want to keep painting the campaign map in our chosen color and not waste time with sieges of battles in general, so we are already hard at work at polishing out with heavy use of hammers and axes the auto resolve. We're making it function properly. Which, I'm gonna kind of be honest, I actually think the auto resolve is actually kind of fair for the sieges. I mean, sometimes those garrisons are actually super, super strong. Sometimes, like, I can, like, besiege it win an Alizard against a garrison full of chosen with like tier 1 units. So I don't have issues with the auto resolve. Maybe certain factions struggle more, like maybe Bretonnian struggles in the auto resolve of sieges. That's probably one. Pathfinding is a big problem right now, and I think that's actually gonna be partially fixed once they remove the ass ladders. Because if you guys ever notice, if you like break down a gate and you send like more than 1 unit to go through the busted down gatehouse, they'll just start climbing the ladders and then get stuck on units that are like in the way. Or they'll just all climb the walls at the same time, and I don't like that. Even on the defending side, that can become a problem because they'll just find themselves on the wall, even if they're moving across the entire settlement or city or village, depending where you're fighting. I don't really know why they do that. So honestly, pathfinding might be an easy fix, just because the AI thinks to scale the walls and they think it's the easier route, but once ass ladders are gone, they're gonna see going to the gatehouse is gonna be the easiest route. So hopefully that will kind of fix each other at the same time. That might be a classic knocking two birds out with one stone. Honestly, hopefully it makes sieges better. I do like playing the sieges when I'm attacking, not when I'm defending, because crappy garrisons, you can't hold the walls at all. But when I am attacking, or when the attacker's on the siege, most of the time I'm only using like 1 to 6 units. I don't dedicate my full force because the pathfinding breaks half my army. So it's gonna be quite interesting. I'm actually probably gonna try maybe if I can get some footage maybe for the proving grounds. I don't know. I don't know if there's like an NDA involved in that or not, but that'll be kind of interesting. I'm really excited. So just to kind of reiterate, the proving grounds beta will be starting 24th of July to the 7th of August. So mark that in your calendars. They will also be posting when it's live and how you can get into the beta. Oh, please let me in, CA. I promise I won't trash talk you guys as much on stream. Maybe, depending if you guys screw this up or not. I don't know how you could, but you never know. Yeah, so very exciting. I'm very happy because I made the last ranting video about the crappy sieges. Maybe they listened. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. You're hopefully as excited as I am about this. If you are, please leave a like and subscribe for notifications when I go live, upload video, or do any other shenanigans on YouTube. And of course, don't forget the notification bell to actually get notified when I do such shenanigans on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube's naughty list right now. I wonder why.